guys were playing Edith Finch. Understand? No, it doesn't ruin the part because I like that. Even like if I'm playing a story game, I still like talking to my friends while playing it. It's a fun thing.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna start at the beginning, with the house.
I mean, you can leave. I'm not stopping you, but like, I mean, I would appreciate it if you did.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed
Stay.
inside half the rooms.
Okay, there is voice acting. I forgot there was voice acting, but there is.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7
No,
years
you better
ago,
not leave, please,
marked
bro. Come on.
urgent, open immediately.
I'm not begging you to stay, but like,
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's
I would be a
funeral.
lot happier if you stay.
In her will, my
I
mother
like
left
you.
me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Okay, first let me see if there's anyone else who can join me. Oh my god, yeah, you can go. Yeah, I'm melted. My bad, guys. I was inviting my friend to a party.
No one had driven this way in a long time,
This game
but I
looks so
saw a
good.
few hoof prints.
This game is just so good. Oh, what's up here? Hi, dear. What do you do?
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Well, again, that's a you problem.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it. As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
This is scaring me. Like, I love this game. Like, I've seen it before, but like, I forgot the storyline and everything.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Yeah, I feel like you're pretty gay. I don't like this girl. She scares me. She scares me. I don't like her. I just don't like her. She scares me. One thing I know is, I'm not gonna spoil it, but I know.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
I know shit. Like that. Obviously.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
You know, no one cares. Oh.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
I mean, like, nothing happened.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit. Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Bro, give me the key! Now that I remember it, bro, there's a key in there. Why is the door shut off? Sealed off. For the rest of the house, bro, this freaks
After
me out.
Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Huh. Wait, no, this kind of scares me.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
When did I care?
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Oh, what did Barbara do? Sven and Edie. Sven Hofstad Finch, 1915 and 1964. Edie, 1917 and 2010. Man, she was over 100. Well, no, she wasn't over 100. She was in like her 90s, I'd say. I don't really do math day. You know, I'm soon to be spring break. Oh my god.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Well, now there is, because now that there is a door.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Yup.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Okay. Molly.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting. I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors.
Oh, shoot, man, let me read it.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
If you eat this hamster, I will absolutely murder you.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
The gerbil food. As I say, if you eat the gerbil, I will absolutely delete
Mom,
this game.
can I come out now?
No.
It's late. Go to sleep.
Well, that's not very fair. Why'd you have to go to sleep? Very nice. Move! Sorry. There's stuff underneath my desk and it won't move. You better not eat these goldfish.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Why didn't you? It looks yummy enough. Put him over a fire? Oh, that would taste so good. Yes. Oh, this girl had a bat room in her room.
I kept eating and eating.
Nobody cares.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Ew!
Then I heard chirping at the window.
Is that not for like? Is that not made of styrofoam? I thought that was made of styrofoam. At least the ones that I have are made of styrofoam.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
It's gay, bro. Eat it.
And suddenly,
Don't actually.
I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Yeah, no one cares. How do I get over there? I don't understand. Come here. I mean, I'm not okay with
jumped
you
and
eating
I
this bird.
almost got her.
Where is it?
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First,
Why are
all
we
I
an owl?
heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits.
Where? Oh. Where? Yeah, come here. Where is this guy? Oh, there he is. Uh-huh. Take a bite.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off
that's
to
just
find
not fair.
something bigger.
You should have at least give him a chance. Really didn't get to run. That's not even fair. What, are you still hungry?
I'm a rabbit.
Yeah, but thank you. Goodbye
She
now.
was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Well, get to water, you idiot.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good. Grabbed on tight. And when I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Well, this is not gonna
I
scare
was
me, bro.
big, but I moved real quiet.
This scares me, bro. This little bitch scares me. This little girl scares me. So weird.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
I'm just gonna do this.
After the last passing,
Bye-bye.
I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I
What?
swam towards it.
What is it? Oh, come on, fuck on now. This better not be like a rat or something.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Oh yeah, look at me dancing. Look at me dancing, 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 dancing. I'm just dancing everywhere. Oh, I'm in the toilet. Oh no. Oh, this is not fair.
I got closer and closer. All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I know. I hate this. I don't like this thing. No. Edith.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Okay. Is that not a cat right there?
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Open this. This is like, I'm guessing
I
this is
spent a
Edith.
lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
Yup. Edie's room, yup. Built 1937. Sven Finch.
When Edie told
Sven.
people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
No one cares. Would I?
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Right there. No. No. My nan has this exact same bathroom. All pink and like pink rug and everything, and it hurts me to go in there. So I think she
The
got
only
rid of
trace
the
Grandpa
carpet,
Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Yeah. You don't say. What do I do in here? Oh, another secret door. Oh my god. Holy moly, I'm so scared. I'm so
There's
scared.
a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh, well, yeah, this is where, like, the old train guy lived, I'm guessing. See? Is there anything over here that I want you to expect? Sorry, guys, I keep putting my head out
Sven
of
gave
things.
Sam an old
this game
camera
is
he'd
just so good.
refurbished. He never put it down.
Yeah, no one cares. Milton.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
She only left 6 years ago, so it's not that long. Like, what? This is Dick Face and Buddy's house. What? Why is she so wrinkly? Why is she so wrinkly? I don't like this room. Oh.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Sam and Calvin. I'm pretty sure I know what happened to Calvin. I know what happened to Calvin.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
People must have murdered him because how stupid his name was.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam, Calvin, dinner's ready.
Coming! But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that, Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
It's not how I thought he was gonna die.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
That's stupid! No, he didn't! No one cares! Even if that was true. I don't believe
Calvin's
it.
story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
No. I don't like that. I already made up my mind. That's not fair. That's stupid.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
The game is good. I just don't understand why these guys are dying in the most stupidest ways. It's a really good game. I love this game.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
I get to play her story. Oh my god.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Barbara's story is my favorite. Barb Street. So there's nothing he wants me to inspect in here. Okay, yes, there is. Okay. The dreadful story.
Of all the stories
West.
people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised
West.
Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Oh!
Babe.
Oh!
I'll be back.
It's totally like I tried that!
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
I get to play. Oh god.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Oh, if that's red paint, then yeah. Obviously it's red paint. Not bad.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old finch rattled and grew still.
Oh my god!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
God, man, that skeleton just scared me. Where's the smart bag? Where's Walter Dickface?
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Oh man, why is he gone?
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
What's going on? No.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. She saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Okay. Barbara, 1944 to 1960. She was over 20.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Why did I save? Something's gonna happen now, I already know it. I'm trying to look underneath there. Wow, this looks nothing like the comic.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Walter, 1952 to 2005.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
I just hit my controller so bad.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
More
If you wait long
canned
enough,
peaches.
you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
How did everyone act as we die? If you just made stories.
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Yeah, you look a lot older now.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Oh, the rumble, yeah, I know, yeah. I actually know what the rumbling is. I'm pretty sure it's like a train or something.
I know it's out there, somewhere.
No.
Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
And that was a good one. He didn't die in a stupid way.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
1952 to 2005, Walter. A nice beard. Just as myself, he had one nice looking beard.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Dang, it's not an hour to open a door by.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Understand this?
But if she
Yeah,
never told me
just
about
stupid.
an uncle under the house, can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Yes, we know.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Edith, nobody cares. Like, no one. I'm 100% sure you could tell anyone in the world and they would be like, we don't care, Edith. We honestly don't.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else.
And the finch is so unlucky.
But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Old bag. Oh, I'll go this way.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
God. You see that little guy over the hill, man? He full on scared the ever living cat of you, bro. I actually just genuinely got scared by his little dick butt face looking.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Died with you. Why
But I
is
thought
the
you
face
should know
like
about
that?
your family.
Oh, it's Barbara. 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 Yeah, Barbara.
And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
No, he's
I
being
think
weird.
the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Spin. Now I cannot wait to play Spin Story if we even get to play it. My favorite two stories is the girl we're playing as, his brother's story.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Pisses me off, man. I don't care. Why is this character so small, though? It's so tiny. They're not even as tall as this. I would tower over this thing. That's full on. Just knock my ears out. Where do I go? This is stupid.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
No one cares.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Yours.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
What?
3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Let me guess, you forgot to feed it.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Edie Finch. Born April. Oh, Edith is named after Edie. How did I only get this now? So, Molly Finch was born 1937. Calvin was born 1950. Sven, 1915. 1915 and 1937. 1917 was Edie Finch. 1952 was Walter. Yeah, and we made it in the cave. Seems pretty rude, but okay. Barbara Finch, born October 31st, 1944.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on. For Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
That's why. Oh. What is that?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Seems pretty stupid to me. How do we
Edie's
leave?
side was always easier for me to understand.
I just took it.
But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
We got Milton. Yeah. 1992 was born. But there's not a death date. There's no death date. He never died. Sanjay Kumar.
She
Even had
lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
And we got Louis Finch, 1988. Died November 21st, 2010. Sanjay Kumar, born 1966, died in 2002.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Okay. Died in 2023 there. Bitch.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
You know, you've kind of been saying that to, like, have at a game. And I don't really care. So, like,
But
no.
looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
I don't think she knows who dad is, so I might have to be the dad.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Nah. Never met our grandma, so I think he and my mom had a lot in common. I never met that big. I never met that
pretty
big fat
intense.
ass. Oh, well, I did, cause I'm a dad.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Look how. Now this guy's a badass. I can say that with passion. He's a badass. Look at him. Guy looks like he's gonna shoot someone. Like bow, pow, pow, pop, pop, ping, bang. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, balla, bing, bang.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm?
Perfect.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything? It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, Language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Hey!
That's a keeper. Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map.
Sorry, boss. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing.
Let's see. Maybe. Was it? Could have been. You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo.
Oh, I know who wants to take a picture then. Like, what else does it want me to take a picture of?